What's going on YouTube? It is Quinton here back for another daily recap video where we recap the previous day's revenue of my business Urban Eden, just showing you behind the scenes as to how we are generating our revenue. I don't want to be those folks who just show you the screenshots and don't really show you the explanation because at the end of the day, we're trying to inspire. I want to teach you guys how we're doing it and just show you the way. We've learned a lot over this last decade of building Urban Eden, and what better way than to teach people than to just show you exactly how we're doing it? Again, take these notes, take your notes, go back and watch the other videos, guys. It's a lot of good nuggets in these things, like that's how we do our emails, how we generate revenue, how we are doing promotions, how we're spending our money on ads, and how we are getting first time customers, all of that. Make sure you go back and watch these videos. Comment below, like this video, subscribe, and just keep asking me questions so I can continue to add value on these videos. So without further ado, we're going to be recapping Wednesday, yesterday. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. And we're going to recap Wednesday. So here we go. All right. So yesterday, Wednesday, we did $15,893, and that was on Shopify right there. So $15,893.62. And on Amazon, we did 209, $209.85. Again, guys, Amazon is not a tremendous, huge platform for us. We're honestly trying to use Amazon as almost like a customer acquisition channel. We don't have all of our catalog on there. And again, I'm glad I'm saying this because um, Amazon, like I was telling you, it's not our bread and butter. It's a platform that we believe that you should be there, because it's the biggest platform. But at the same time, we don't put our whole catalog on there. That was done strategically because we don't want our customer base to just go to Amazon and just buy from us on Amazon. You get what I'm saying? Like we want people to go directly to us because that's where the value is at. If I want to give you one little tidbit that I've learned, from getting investors, the whole acquisition space, private equity space, is that a company will pay more for your company if you are direct. Like for example, if you're an Amazon brand versus a direct to consumer brand, and they're doing the same amount of revenue, they're going to pay more for the direct to consumer brand because that brand has their own data. They own the data. On Amazon, you don't own no data. Like when we get orders from Amazon, we might see like their name and their address, but we don't get their contact information at all to remarket to them. That's Amazon's customer. It's not our customer. So we want people to find out about us on Amazon. You might purchase on there, but at the end of the day, we want you to come back to our website and purchase from us. So in terms of total revenue from Wednesday, we did $16,103. So that was the total revenue yesterday on Wednesday. Again, I am pleased with that. That is a great day from the previous day, which I think we did. What was that, like 13K? So we're continually to just stack those W's. I think was that a 20%? Yeah, well, I was actually in terms of yesterday, it was 39% more than the previous day. So that was really a strong day for us yesterday. Very strong day. Yeah, incredibly strong day in terms of total revenue. So let's get into the ad spend. Let's get into the ad spend of what we actually spent. It's going to be very similar to how we've been spending, but again, let's see it. Let's show the receipts. All right, so Amazon 110, kept it modest. Kept it modest. Our efficiency on Amazon isn't the greatest right now, but we're trying to get better on that platform. We spent 678 on Google right there. Spent 678 on Google. And then on Facebook yesterday, we spent sorry guys, let me go back. Stop sharing and then go back to share Safari. There we go. So yesterday we spent 1545 plus 1545. And I'm gonna do a separate video kind of talking about our ads and what content we're running in ads because people have asked, what we're actually running. So I'm gonna do a separate video about Facebook ads and just how we have our stuff set up and how we're generating and what's the content looking like. So we spent 1545 on Facebook. Yes, we spent that on that. So that was a total of 2333. It's kind of funny that we're spending that because again, I told you last month, it seems like we were trailing around at 2,700 a day. But again, we do have to account for 3 less days last month. But I'm gonna be curious to see how we're spending. We might have tailed it back a little bit because we have a high promotion month. And that makes sense to me, honestly, a little bit. Like, to me, we could spend more this month because we know it's going to be a higher revenue month. But again, it's like, why? It's like, let's maximize profitability this month because we know we have a heavy promotion. We're already giving away a lot with our heavy promotion. But at the same time, like, let's maximize profitability and cash flow this month to build up our cash accounts. Like, that's another thing that people don't talk about a lot in terms of business is just you need to build your cash reserves. You got to do that. Like, accountants and stuff talk about that type of talk. Shout out to my guy Ephraim, man. He talks about that a lot. Like, you need to build up your cash. And my accountant told me, he said, whatever your total revenue is, he said you should have a minimum of 10% of that cash in your account. So whatever the total revenue is for the year, aim to have 10% minimum of that cash in your account. So when he told me that, I was like, wow, we got some ways to go. But at the same time, that's what we're trying to do this month. And that's what this whole year is about. This whole year is about building our cash and maximizing profitability because you need that profit to continue to put into more ads to get more first time customers to keep the business growing. That's what you got to have. If you don't have that, you know what I'm saying, then yeah, just you're gonna have a hard time. You're gonna need outside capital from somewhere. You know what I'm saying. So the thing is that it's okay to leverage capital, but for us, we're trying to be sustainable within ourselves and generate, sustainability and be able to grow within ourselves from our own cash flow. That's the key. All right, so we just showed you the ad spend. So next, let's run into our first-time customers and just see what that was looking like from yesterday. So we got 130 new customers that generated $5,700 in terms of total revenue, which was excellent. Like our first-time customer revenue is out doing the ad spend. So and I told you the ad spend is mainly for new customers. Returning customers generated $10,000 yesterday, 164 of them. $10,172, guys. So that was a great job in terms of that. And I'm not going to hold you too long here. That was actually a really good day there. So yeah, so let's get into our email actually and just see what email did we send yesterday. I do believe we sent an email. I know I told you guys yesterday that we didn't send an email. I believe we did send an email yesterday. So let's get into the email and see what we sent yesterday. So yesterday, March 5th, we actually had, here it goes. So this is the email that we sent yesterday. Nothing crazy again. We sent to a small list of 11,000 people yesterday. That's the only email we sent yesterday. And that gave us a 61% open rate. 7,300 people opened that email. We had $2,200 attributed to that email. And let's look at what the actual email was. It was to our most engaged, which was they opened and they purchased. And I'll actually give you after this. I'll tell you what the setup of that segment is, so you can see what that segment was. So all we sent was house shea butter. This was an ingredient email. I talked about this with one of my clients, is that you could send a ingredient email. And this is an example of an ingredient email. We talk about shea butter, softening and hydrating. This is one of the main ingredients in our body butter. Again, this is a body butter sale month for us. So we just want to highlight one of our most popular ingredients in the body butter, which is just shea butter. Give some people some little bit of value about that. Learn more about shea butter. Annual body butter sale, all of March, 30% off. And then we put a little tertiary part about our bar soap. So guys, and then we put enjoy the benefits of shea butter. We put all the products that we have that has shea butter in it. That's all we did, guys. Very, very simple. Very simple. This is an email that you can incorporate into your business right now, an ingredient-based email. Talk about the ingredients in your products. Just do one. Do one a week if you want to. One every few weeks if you like. But incorporate it into your content calendar. You incorporate it into your content calendar, and that's how we plan. We incorporate things into our content calendar so that we can we lay out the calendar, and then we put on the calendar what we're going to be sending for the month. So we never run out of ideas of what to do. A lot of times people will be like, man, I don't know what to send. I don't know what to do. That's going to be your saving grace at your content calendar. Plan ahead. By the middle of every quarter, we've already planned out the next quarter. So that's the key for us. By the middle of the quarter, so by the middle of February, we already planned out April, May, June. That's already in the books. Our production team is already preparing for products for the next quarter and everything like that. I heard Jeff Bezos said he'd be working on the next year. He'd be a year or two ahead. I ain't there yet, so I'm working my way up. We started off as when we first started in Urban Eden, we were just going day to day. However we felt that day, we just we felt like going live, whatever we felt like posting. You know what I'm saying? But I got to give credit to the people that helped us establish our marketing, which was people that are no longer here um, now, but they helped us establish infrastructure. And that infrastructure allowed us to have that content calendar and allowed us to plan ahead. So now we're trying. So the next goal for us would be instead of by the middle of the quarter planning ahead, by the beginning of the current quarter. So for example, if by the middle of the quarter, by the middle of February, we planned out April, May, June, maybe by the beginning of January, we've already planned out Q2. So we'd be a quarter ahead like that. You know what I'm saying? So that probably be the next level that we'll get to. But we just need to continue to get this, keep this cadence down. So going back to the email, I said I would share with you that segment really quickly about that segment that we sent to. I'll give you that really quickly, and then I'll also show you the retail store sales, and we will wrap this video up. So let me go back to that segment that we sent to. So we sent to the most engaged, open, and purchase. I'm gonna give you this tidbit right here. This type of information right here. People will probably charge you for this type of information, but I'm gonna give it to you for free right here on YouTube. And all I ask is for a like, comment, subscribe, like engage with me. Received the email. So what someone has done, this is the most engaged, open and purchase. They received an email greater than 10 in the last 90 days. They opened the email at least 5 times in the last 60 days. And they placed the order at least once in the last 120 days. That's a very engaged person right there. And we have 12,900 on our list. That's still a small percentage of our list. Our list is around like I think 400 something thousand. So really when you think about it, like that's not even 10% of our list we sent that to, and we still resulted in a $16,000 day. Like, guys, it's the efficiency. The efficiency is what I'm most impressed with our business right now. Our business has always been this efficient. I've just never shown it to the world. But our business is very efficient, man. Very, very efficient. Like if we were to pour millions and millions of dollars of capital into this business to really jumpstart things, I think it could really, really go take off. But it's not about that. It's about being sustainable and growing within ourselves and being self-sustainable. That's what it's about. So last but not least, people have asked about the store revenue. So I just want to continue to give you updates with that. So let's look at the store revenue from yesterday. That's what I'm going to show you from yesterday. Store revenue from yesterday. So let's take a look at that. So yesterday for the store right here, it says point of sale right there, $695. So out of that 16K, we did $695. So that was about 10%. That was about 10% of sales. So that wasn't even bad. And you can see right here, subscription. I think that's something we else need to talk about. Yeah, $728. So that was about, I mean, if you do, let's just say out of the 15.8, or just say 16,000, we did 728 divided by 16,000. It was 4.5%. So, 4.5%. So that means actually the point of sale actually was lower than that. So the point of sale was about $700 divided by 16,000. That was actually 4%. So like I said, the retail store, 4 to 5% of sales. Subscription yesterday was 4%, 4 to 5%. Subscription actually is a little bit higher, I believe, but that was just for that day. Different days have different flows of subscription. You get more subscription at the beginning of the month and more subscription at the end of the month. So we'll look at subscription at the end of the month so I can show you what that's looking like. But point of sale at the store, $695 in our retail store. That's not bad. Nothing. I'm not going to complain about that. It's revenue. It's good revenue. People coming into the store. We also probably have more people come in and pick up an order. So, other than that, that was Wednesday. That was Wednesday for us. 16K day. Very efficient in terms of the spend. You saw the email opens. We only sent to 12,000 list of email. A list of 12,000, a segment of 12,000, sorry. And so, yeah, so that was it. So I'll be back tomorrow with the Thursday update. And all I ask again, guys, is just like this video, comment, please comment. and subscribe. And until next time, guys, peace.